Hey everyone, this is weather forecaster Liam. Here's your top weather news and headlines for today's video. For the eastern half of the United States, it is going to be a very wet and rainy weekend, but some freezing rain and snow could sneak in a few places. We'll have all about that, and we could also be dealing with the next major winter storm into early next week, but the models aren't in very good agreement. I'll have everything you need to know on that, along with the look at the 6 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center and the forecasted temperatures by the National Weather Service for the next 3 days. All of this is coming up right here on TRA Weather. Today is December 12th, 2019. Let's start off with a look at the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. So nothing too crazy is going on right now. Most areas across the entire United States are seeing above average temperatures for this time of the year. The best areas to see above average temperatures are across the central and western half of the United States. And the best areas to see below average temperatures is in the far southeast and northeast. Now, that's for the next 6 to 10 days. Let's go to the next 8 to 14 days, a week to 2 weeks out, where almost the entire United States is expected to be above average, excluding the far northeast, with the highest confidence of above average temperatures in the south central portion of the United States. And now to your 3-day high and low temperature forecast from the National Weather Service, starting with Friday's high temperature. And now we're looking across the entire United States, where it's about average for this time of the season, maybe a little cool in the eastern half of the United States, and especially cool in the north central portion of the United States, where we're dealing with teens in single digits for high temperatures. Very frigid air up there, and some above average temperatures in the far south central and southeast portion of the United States, where we're seeing 70s and 80s. Go forward to Friday, nice low temperatures. Definitely cools down across the United States, especially in the central and north central portion of the United States, where we're dealing with 20s and single digits across that region, even negative double digits once you get into North Dakota. I'm seeing one area in northern North Dakota at negative 11. Very frigid, cool air up there. Go forward to Saturday's high temperatures, about the same as Friday's high temperatures, maybe a little warmer in the southeast and east and a little cooler in the north central and about the same in the west. Go forward to Saturday's low temperatures, and man, it really gets cold Saturday night, where almost everyone is seeing 30s, except if you live in the very far southwest, south central, and southeast portion of the United States. You're seeing 30s, 20s, teens, single digits, and look at that in northwestern Minnesota, negative 20 degrees. That is truly frigid air up there, and you're not the only area seeing those kinds of temperatures. Both North, South Dakota are seeing those temperatures, along with Montana, and pretty cold temperatures as well across Wisconsin, Kansas, and the Rocky Mountains. Now for Sunday's high temperatures, seeing still some pretty cool air up there. It doesn't warm up too much in the north central portion of the United States, where most areas in Minnesota and the Dakotas are going to stay in the single digits, maybe get to the teens, and the eastern half and the southeastern half of the United States is going to remain in the 40s and 50s, maybe getting some 60s and 70s across Louisiana, Texas, and Florida. And we go forward one more time to Sunday night's low temperatures. Not quite as cold as Saturday night's low temperatures, but still pretty cold out there for this time of the season. So here's a look at the current National Weather Service hazards map. Not too much going on tonight on the hazards map. We do have some winter weather hazards in the west and for the Rocky Mountains, and a red flag warning for Missouri and southeastern Kansas. Winter weather warnings and advisories for Wisconsin, Michigan, and upper Michigan. But what probably caught your eye the most was the winter weather advisories across North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and Maryland. That is in effect because there could be some freezing rain tonight and into tomorrow morning for those areas, and even a little outside of the advised region. So here's your future radar forecast from the NAM 12 cam model, and the time will be in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, starting with 10 p.m. tonight, Thursday. And once again, we're looking across the entire United States right now, where we're dealing with some rain showers in the far southeastern portion of the United States, those rain showers will eventually make their way northeastward into that colder air, and that's when we could see our freezing rain potential come into play later on tonight and into tomorrow morning. Also dealing with some snow showers across Michigan, upper Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota from earlier on this afternoon, and also some rain snow showers across the northwestern portion of the United States. Let's go forward to early Friday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern Time, where that rain in the southeast is a little more widespread and heavier and has worked its way northeast into that colder air, where we're seeing some freezing rain in western North Carolina, West Virginia, and western Virginia, where you're not going to see freezing rain all day. Mainly, it's going to be before noon Friday. But do keep in mind, Friday morning, there will be a few hours where those roads could be icy and slick. So just keep that in mind if you live in those areas and need to go somewhere Friday morning. Let's go forward again to Friday morning a little later on in the morning to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You can see those areas that were in freezing rain are no longer in freezing rain, now just plain old rain. And as we go to the north central, northwestern portion of the United States, dealing with some snow showers in those regions. Go forward to Friday evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Still dealing with a lot of rain across the southeastern portion of the United States, and now starting to work its way on into the northeast, and also some snow showers across Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the northwestern portion of the United States. Still going on there. But before I go back to the radar, let's take a look at the total ice and sleet accumulation from now and until Sunday. You can see the highest accumulations for sleet and ice are going to be in western North Carolina, western Virginia, and eastern West Virginia, and possibly also in central Pennsylvania, where anywhere between quarter of an inch and a half an inch of ice could be expected in those regions. But most of you will see between a quarter of an inch or less, unless you live in the higher elevations where those totals could be a little higher. So be wary of that. Let's go back to the radar. Let's resume at 1 a.m. Eastern Time Saturday morning. Very, very early in the morning. Still dealing with a lot of rain in the northeast, a little more so than we had before, and a little less rain in the southeast, but still dealing with some in Georgia and Florida, and of course, still dealing with some snow in the northwestern United States. Go forward to Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Still a lot of rain going on in the northeast and possibly some snow on the back end. Remember, low pressure systems rotate counterclockwise, so all that moisture is being pulled up from the Atlantic Ocean, but on the western side of it, that cold air is being dragged down from Canada, so we're getting some snow on the back end for Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and possibly even northern Kentucky. And still some snow going on in the Rocky Mountains in the west. Go forward to Saturday afternoon into the evening hours, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Snow works its way a little further to the east in the Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and western New York State, but anywhere east of that is going to still be experiencing some rain. We go forward one more time to very early Sunday morning, 1 a.m., or you can say very late Saturday night. Still dealing with some snow showers across the northeast into New York State, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio, and still some scattered snow showers across the Rocky Mountains, and also some snow across Nebraska and North and South Dakota. But early on to next week, we could be dealing with our next major winter storm, but the models aren't exactly in good agreement. Let me show you a clip from 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday afternoon of next week. And this is from the GFS model. You can see Illinois, Indiana, Iowa seeing some pretty decent snowfall in the areas surrounding that region. Also some snow in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and some mix in rain to the south of those regions. And this is just for 2 p.m. Monday. A little before that into Monday morning, and also later on into Tuesday and Wednesday, that snow accumulates a lot in Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and a lot into the northeast as well. And this is according to the GFS model. We go right over to the European model for that exact same time. You can see a very big difference. Almost no snow at all. Just a very light swath of snow across Kansas, Missouri, and western Illinois. Other than that, it's just rain. The moisture stays well to the south of the cold air. So let's go over to the future snowfall forecast from the GFS model for now and until Wednesday. And you can see a pretty decent swath of snow for Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan, where you can see snowfall totals anywhere between 6 and 9 inches, maybe even more than that in some isolated spots. And also some pretty decent snowfall totals also for the interior Northeast, where you can see 9 to 12 inches in the higher elevations. Now that's the GFS model. Let's go over to the European model, where you can see is much different. It keeps that swath of snow much further to the south, and the amounts are reduced by quite a bit, where the highest snowfall totals will only be between 3 and 6 inches. And in the interior northeast, location's about the same, but those snowfall totals are brought down by quite a bit compared to the GFS model. So I'm definitely going to be keeping a very close eye on this possible winter storm for next week. I will keep you all updated and informed on my Twitter page at TRA Weather. Hey, thanks for watching TRA Weather. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure to like and share this with family and friends, or whoever you would think that would enjoy watching TRA Weather. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the links in the description of this video to my Twitter and Instagram pages, and my brand new Discord channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.